What is the real story of our galaxy and the humanoid beings that inhabit it? Which were the first extraterrestrial races to populate the cosmos? How did we Earth humans come into existence? And were the real Star Wars that happened a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? Few books dare to dive as deep into the mysteries of our galactic heritage as Ishmael Paris' Our Cosmic Origin, drawing from suppressed knowledge, hidden histories, and his profound cosmic downloads. Paris crafts a narrative that is both enlightening and revolutionary. What hidden truths from our galaxy's history does Our Cosmic Origin promise to unveil? We'll try to find out together in the new episode of Hidden Origins. Welcome. Before we begin with the real stories, let's see who Ishmael Paris is and how he got all this secret galactic information. From a young age, Ishmael was captivated by the cosmos, and during his teens, he was immersed in the works of great philosophers, and later became intrigued by esoteric traditions, exploring a world beyond the physical. At 26, he ordered secret government, challenging conventional narratives and offering alternative theories on world events, including 9-11. In his late 20s, Ishmael began receiving downloads about extraterrestrial entities and interstellar occurrences. This spurred further research and led to his pivotal work, Our Cosmic Origin. In the book, Paris talks about ancient space wars and the ongoing battle between the Good White Brotherhood and the dark Luciferian group on Earth. He reveals that our universe is just a small part of a bigger cosmic structure. For him, it's crucial people to know about our cosmic history to understand our future and reach our full potential. Now, the story goes like this. Deep within our ancestral memory lies a story that unveils the true history of the Milky Way galaxy. For many, the tales of Star Wars seem fictional, but they might bear resemblance to truths both protected by the forces of light and darkness. Mankind's true beginnings trace back to realms of pure light, where we existed as a unified energy field, the oneness. From this field, we started to emerge as individual energy units, taking our first step towards a spiritual etheric existence without a physical shape. Only when the material realms were formed did we adopt forms. Just like splitting into various colors through a prism, we transitioned from one unified energy into multiple entities. This transformation allowed us to adapt to new environments, resulting in our first etheric forms. Some might find this story hard to believe, while others might feel it connects to old memories in our DNA. But we should recall that we are timeless, light beings who've lived in many realms before settling in this dense, third-dimensional world. According to the book, the inception of the first biological humanoids was intertwined with the development of galactic systems, spanning from the 12th to the first dimension. Originally, we existed as ethereal entities, equipped with radiant bodies that let us navigate various planes of existence simultaneously. However, when we connected with the 8th dimensional frequency, or one's ethereal forms began to assume a more tangible form. This existence spans several dimensions. As we moved from the 9th to the 6th dimension, our ethereal essence began to solidify, becoming a refined physical matter. Bodies in the 5th and 4th dimensions were crafted from a more refined substance that Ishmael calls Morontia matter. He says that in the 5th dimension, energy and matter achieve a harmonious balance. Within this realm, an individual spirit can instantly transmute physical matter back into pure energy or a light form. This unique ability facilitates interdimensional travel, allowing one to transition between dense physical forms. In our earliest existence within the celestial spheres, we were united with the central source, and everything mirrored a universal sense of unity. We shared a collective consciousness, but now it's just that we have forgotten that. The knowledge challenges the conventional established belief that humans evolved from the animal kingdom in the way that Darwinian evolution suggests. But instead, we originated from higher spheres within the eternal central universe, and that them was just a step in the process of spiritual beings taking on denser organic forms like our current human form. One of the biggest kept secrets, and perhaps the most important subject perplexing our world at this time, is the idea that there exist millions of advanced space-age worlds beyond our own, which have been established as advanced interplanetary, stellar, and galactic cultures. In 1964, the Russian anthropophysicist Nikolai Kardashev presented a scale for determining the type of extraterrestrial civilizations depending on their technological development and the sources that extract energy from the given civilization. According to this division, the types of civilization go as it follows. Population 1 interplanetary systems. These civilizations have taken a monumental step by harnessing the energy of their planet's core. This mastery over their planet's resources has equipped them with the propulsion drive technologies. This advanced tech allows them to soar through space and potentially colonize planets and nearby solar systems. Their achievements in space travel and energy manipulation can be likened to the futuristic world depicted in the movie Buck Rogers. Population 2 stellar systems more advanced than the first, these civilizations have not just harnessed the power of their planet, but have also tapped into the immense energy of their sun. They possess millennia of experience in space exploration, granting them the capability to interact with and navigate the entire galaxy. Their world can be compared to the vast universe of Star Trek and its Federation of Planets. Significantly, it's believed that there are hundreds of thousands of such civilizations scattered across our universe. Part of their ongoing mission is to seek our PI planetary worlds that show promising signs of high spiritual, cultural, and technological maturity, signaling their potential to join the interstellar community population tree, the galactic systems. The pinnacle of advancement, these civilizations' job merely harness the power of their surrounding suns. They tap into energy of billions of suns by connecting with the core central sun at the heart of their galaxy. Their level of advancement is reminiscent of the expansive universe in Star Wars. Such a civilization's influence isn't just a planetary or stellar. They can dictate the course of an entire galaxy, with estimates suggesting thousands of these civilizations in our universe. Their prowess is unparalleled, notably they boast intergalactic capabilities, and if their native universe faces potential decay, they possess the knowledge to shift their entire civilization to a younger, thriving universe. Millions of years ago, a colossal star was played out, known as the Orion Wars. According to Ishbel Paris, the biblical account of the war in heaven between the angels and the fallen ones provides only a glimpse of this grand narrative, and the fate of our galaxy hung onto the outcome of these wars. In our galaxy, two major forces emerged, each bound by its own creation myth: the reptilians, dedicated disciples of the fallen Lord Samana, known as Lucifer to some. This myth claimed it was their celestial destiny to rule over the galaxy. Fueled by their draconian lineage, they pursued a singular, relentless objective to achieve domination no matter the sacrifice or the consequences. The reptilian faction established their galactic home in the Regal system within Laura Orion, expanding later to the Bellatrix and Draco star systems. With each conquest, they fortified their territorial claims, adding the Zeta Reticuli, Robola, Epsilon Boots, Alta, Capella, and Bernard systems to their dominion. Operating from their base in Rigel, they launched extensive military campaigns, conquering vast parts of the galaxy and harnessing the energies of the sun. This propelled them to become a two-stellar space-age civilization, emphasizing their formidable presence in the cosmos. That's how these dominant forces emerged in our galaxy. The technologically superior reptilians, descendants of Lord Samana, and the celestial humanoids, spiritual beings using their natural light bodies for interdimensional travel, while the reptilians quickly leveraged their advanced technology to spread across the galaxy. The celestial focused on spiritual enlightenment, and interdimensional exploration. As the eons passed, numerous planetary systems evolved, with many reaching the capabilities of space travel. While some systems were populated by unique sentient beings, the Draco reptilians aggressively expanded their territories. They subjected countless worlds to their tyrannical rule, utilizing their superior technology to cause immense suffering. Notably, they genetically modified species, creating mutant races and implanting them with nanochips for mind control, epitomizing the horrors of advanced technology misused. Yet a haven of peace existed within the Lyra system, where the Celestial thrived for millions of years. Central to their way of life was the Macabre, a spiritual technology that allowed them to transcend physical limitations. Using Macabre, they could manifest objects including spacecraft through their sheer power of thought alone. In this advanced society, all individuals possess telepathic abilities. Still, the direct descendants of Lord Michael, a revered figure in their culture, were the most skilled adept at harnessing the full spectrum of their light body. With these skills, they could manipulate universal elements and energies, much like the legendary Jedi Knights from the Star Wars films. This profound mastery of spiritual energy set them apart, but it also meant their confrontation with the Dracos. The forces of light fortified the Sirius Lyra system, forming a coalition that expanded beyond the galaxy's core. This coalition, known as the Seal of Paladar, served as the beacon of hope in our galaxy, overshadowed by darkness. Within this stronghold, the Celestials began colonizing planets, including the idyllic world of Avyung, a place of spirituality and harmony. In the galaxy, Avyung stood out as a shining example of advanced humanoid civilization, reminiscent of the original 8-dimensional Earth. From this central point in the Lyra system, the celestial humanoids began to spread, radiating their teachings of love and spiritual enlightenment to new worlds on the galaxy's fringes. However, this peaceful expansion was interrupted by the sudden encounter with the Dracos. As the celestial humanoids and Dracos both reached the same stage of stellar space-age development, but had different ways of interaction, the first star was of our galaxy were on the verge of beginning. The Lyrans foresaw the forthcoming assault through their clairvoyant abilities and emerged victorious in their initial encounters. Yet this victory marked the beginning of a series of battles that would span millions of years. These events resonate with the epic tales of Star Wars, with battles that possibly culminated around 12,000 years ago with the fall of Atlantis on Earth. After their success in Lyra, the Celestial extended their reach to the Orion sector. There they established a stronghold in the upper systems known for their intense luminosity. These decisive movements ensured the control of crucial stargates, pathways to other galaxies, universes, and most importantly, the vital control programs that determined access to other star systems. Years turned into millennia, and the fierce Orion Wars witnessed almost all its star systems embroiled in conflict. These wars were devastating, leading to the destruction of numerous worlds and even entire solar systems. But as eons passed, the war finally titled in favor of the forces of light, marking an era of peace and spiritual ascension in the galaxy. About 4.5 million years ago, the Galactic Federation of Three Worlds was established in the upper realms of Orion. This federation represented a coalition of many advanced civilizations, predominantly those at the population 2 stellar status, all unified under the emblematic seal of Pallada. This vast collective was a blend of various galactic species, some human and some not. They thrived in unity, with the Celestials at the forefront embracing their foundation belief in universal seer existence. Based on his team's sources, a fourth faction of Lyran galactic humanoids revered for their courageous commitment to light and their union of both upper and lower chakras in Pleiadian star systems as their everlasting home. From its inception, the Pleiades served as sanctuary for the lineage of Avyung. This historical account resonates with various ancient traditions, and it's anticipated that when the concealed records beneath Egypt's Sphinx are unveiled, they will provide a comprehensive account of our universal history. Higher entities confirm that Alcyon stands as the predominant sun star of the Pleiades. Being part of its system implies that our solar system orbits around Alcyon in a cycle spanning approximately 25,650 years. The Pleiades and the three-star system of Sirius are interconnected. Both celestial systems in tandem are with the galactic center, representing the lineage of our angelic humanoid ancestry. Our solar system also plays a pivotal role in this Pleiadian Syrian galactic sector. To clarify, Sirius, the Pleiades, and our solar system all belong to the same galactic spiral arm. Legend tells that during our galaxy's early stage, there existed 7 Pleiadian star systems. Yet, after the Lyran conflict, the star system housing the primeval Avyung, the original cradle of angelic humanoid race, was jolted from its position in the Lyran constellation. Thankfully, it found stability again, drawn into orbit by the gravitational pull of the Pleiades' heart, the central sun known as Alcyon. According to esoteric texts, our sun, named Helios and Vesta, is considered the 8th last star system orbiting the central sun of the Pleiades in 25,000-year cycles. Other stars in the Pleiades, such as Aquila, Taygeta, Electra, Maya, Merope, and Atlas, have shorter orbital periods around Alcyon. After the first lasting period of Star Wars at the onset of the Pleiades journey, the Draco-Orion Empire's dark forces remained at bay. However, angelic humanoids with an inclination towards spiritual ascent neglected the integration of their lower chakras. Given the universal principle of polarity balance, a corrective measure was necessary. To address this imbalance, the Celestial Councils, guardians of numerous galaxies, decided that these spiritual humanoids needed a reminder of the importance of integrating their lower chakras, symbolized by the reptilian counterparts. Orchestrated by the central celestial hierarchy from our galaxy's heart, A new confrontation was initiated between the angelic humans and the Draco-Reptilians from Orion and Draconic systems. This encounter, as directed by higher intelligences, served as another opportunity for achieving polarity balance in line with the Creator's grand design. Essentially, this ensures harmony between the spiritual and physical realms and across dimensions. In more straightforward terms, without this balance, the creation of the Adamar, the physical manifestations of humans, would not mirror its spiritual counterpart in the heavens. Furthermore, the significance of the lower chakras is paramount for existence within the denser material realms. The reptilians' introduction was vital to achieve this balance, laying the foundation for what the Nibiru Council refers to as the Third Grand Experiment. This strife culminated in the destruction of the second avian planet, leaving our solar system as the outliner among the Seven Sisters. This event marked the third significant galactic war since the perpetual Orion conflict. The Etherian Sirians, either a humanoid-like beings unable to inhabit denser forms, searched the galaxy for a planet with a more tangible organic existence. The planet Tiamat, now known as Earth, was born from the debris of the first Ovian planet in the Lyra-Sirius region, following its devastation during the initial galactic war. Before becoming Earth as we know it, Tiamat is considered to be a reincarnation of the Ovian planet. The Etherian Sirians found Tiamat desirable for colonization and set a plan in motion. Under the guidance of the galactic celestial hierarchy, the goal was to create an organic Adamar vessel for the Etherian Sirius Sea, allowing them to live in Tiamat's denser dimensions. The challenge was crafting a being with the capability to fully integrate and embody the lower chakras. Tiamat was colonized by angelic humanoids from the Pleiades and ethereal beings from Sirius AC. This melding part of the galactic beings, which included a few reptilian scientists, thrived due to Tiamat's abundant resources. Thanks to the celestial humanoids, a civilization geared towards spiritual growth flourished. Initially, the few reptilian explorers multiplied and lived peacefully with Tiamat's celestial inhabitants. However, when the Draco Empire learned of this harmony, they dispatched patrols to enforce their dominant protocols. Even though for a time harmony prevailed, Dracos from their home system persuaded Tiamat's reptilians to attack the galactic humans and the land-dwelling dolphin people. Anticipating this threat, the Galactic Federation acted swiftly. Galactic humans and some reptilians opposing the Dracos were evacuated for safety. Many found refuge in the Pleiades and other star systems within the Galactic Federation of Free Worlds. But Tiamat met a catastrophic end. Obliterated by the Galactic Federation's battle planet, Nibiru, under Anu's command. Anu claimed this directive came from the High Command of Sirius. The assault on Tiamat terminated almost all reptilian life, sparing only those who aligned with the humans and cetaceans. Following this devastation, Tiamat's remnants became the asteroid belt, often referred to as the Hammered Bracelet. The surviving part gradually transformed into our present-day Earth, affirming that planets like ours possess spirits that endure and reincarnate. How does our galactic story continue? Are we finally starting to remember who we truly are and where we really come from? What's the real story of our galaxy and the humanoid beings that inhabit it? How did we Earth humans come into existence? In the previous part, we explored the hidden story of our origin given to us by Ishbel Paris, the author of the book Our Cosmic Origin. How was the original Earth Tiamat destroyed, and how our current planet was formed and populated? According to the book Our Cosmic Origin, the origins of humanoid intelligent life across diverse planetary systems can be traced back to one of two roots. Either they sprang from life-seeding operations led by the Galactic Federation and guided by celestial councils, or they naturally evolved from cosmic rays that gave rise to mammalian hominid forms. There are also instances of planets where riptoid species were introduced. The Galactic Federation actively influenced our system, emphasizing a predominant humanoid presence. This initiative ensured that the Draco Reptilians didn't gain significant influence. Our planet, once known as Tiamat, shares link with the Sirius star system and mirrors characteristics of Ovion, an original planet found in the Lyra constellation. One of the most groundbreaking revelations in the current times is the understanding of history that potentially spans millions of years. Philosophers like Plato and later clandestine Gnostic groups that had access to hidden knowledge unanimously spoke of an advanced civilization now widely known as Atlantis. While mainstream history suggests that human civilization began around 3600 BC in Mesopotamia, this might merely represent an attempt by a secretive cabal, also known as the Dark Brotherhood, to reset our historical narrative. Subsequently, the same group during another epoch introduced the Gregorian calendar, further abbreviating our historical timeline. The Dark Ages ushered in by the Dark Brotherhood, so most evidence of this advanced prehistoric society, epitomized by the devastating destruction of the Library of Alexandria. For centuries that followed, the idea of such an advanced civilization was taboo. However, the narrative began to shift in the late 18th century with figures like Elena Blavatsky, founder of the esoteric Theosophical movement, breathing life into these ancient tales. The scriptures describe a time when heaven and earth were in unison, where celestials or angels interacted openly with humanity. When considering the intricate fabric of our galactic history, it becomes clear that the age-old contest between the Draco-Reptilians and the celestial humanoids, which began in the far reaches of our galaxy, was echoed here on Earth. And our planet's deep-seated history, spanning billions of years, seems intertwined with these celestial narratives. Although Nibiru's obliteration of ALN might have signaled the end of the Orion Wars, the remnants of the Draconian Empire, along with the surviving Dracos or Siths, covertly relocated to a new planetary home in our solar system named Mordek. This planet, the 11th in our solar system, soon played host to the Draco survivors of the Orion conflict. Yet, even before the Draco settles on Mordek, waves of celestial beings from various free star systems populated our entire solar system, inhabiting planets like Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, and Jupiter. Being multidimensional beings, these celestial humanoids existed across various dimensions, from the higher fifth to the lower fourth. Interestingly, Tiamat's third dimension exclusively transitioned to the newly reformed Earth, which accommodates all 12 dimensions. Consequently, the three-dimensional creatures, as well as the Syrian souls trapped within mammalian forms during Tiamat's era, found a new home on Earth. Although precise records are lacking, it's theorized that the celestial galactic humanoids began colonizing our solar system approximately 3 to 4 million years ago, originating from star systems like the Pleiades, Arcturus, Orion, Lyra, Vega, Alpha Centauri, and even from the distant galaxy of Andromeda. These celestial beings enriched our galaxy's biodiversity. Moreover, the biological lifeforms in our galaxy were said to be crafted by the Felines, a cat-like advanced spiritual race from another galaxy. Thus, when Earth emerged from the ashes of Tiamat during what's known as the Second Seeding and Colonization, roughly 3–4 million years ago, one of the first galactic civilizations to form was Mu. This civilization, predating both Atlantis and Lemuria, operated on a highest frequency or celestial dimension of our planet back when Earth was interconnected with all 12-dimensional realms. From the ethereal days of Mu to the more tangible times of Lemuria, and subsequently to the advanced civilization of Atlantis, each era witnessed both a progression in physicality and a change in spiritual focus. In essence, each of these root races, Mu, Lemuria, and Atlantis, represented sequential stages in Earth's spiritual and physical evolution. While Mu focused on grounding of physical existence, Lemuria delved into the depths of emotions and feelings, and Atlantis explored the realm of the collective mind. Seen from a broader perspective, these stages seem to be meticulous steps in a grand design to cultivate an eternal utopia on Earth where spiritual and material realities coexist seamlessly. But the whole role of the reptilians was not over, and they didn't fully disappear. However, to understand it better, we'll now shift our focus to three of the most powerful figures in our planet's history: King Anu and his two sons Enlil and Enki. King Anu, the ruler of Nibiru, stands at the very top of the Anunnaki hierarchy. Representing the epitome of leadership and authority, he is often seen as the celestial figure that oversees the affairs of Earth and its inhabitants. Decision-making is based on a broader galactic perspective, bearing the weight of responsibility for not just Nibiru, but also Earth and its evolution. Enlil, often portrayed as the bad guy, Enlil, the elder half-brother to Enki, is associated with the air and the atmosphere. He has been attributed to several actions against humanity, such as the Great Flood. Enlil's central philosophy: several actions against humanity, such as the Great Flood, Enlil's central philosophy revolves around the principle that advanced knowledge should be given only when a species is spiritually and morally ready. To him, the rapid growth and advancement of human civilization without the requisite maturity posed a threat to universal balance. In contrast to Enlil's conservative stance, he is often painted as the more benevolent god, a promoter of human progress and knowledge. The deity of water, crafts, intelligence, and creation, Enki is attributed to have played a central role in creation of humanity. There is speculation that the priestly class bias towards Enki has portrayed him in a more favorable light in historical records, as you mentioned. Ever since the creation of our galaxy, there have been two major bloodlines. Bloodline of Michael, House of Arvune, originating from the constellations of Lyra and Sirius. The House of Arvune represents the lion's emblem. Adhering to the law of one and unity consciousness, they believe in harmonious coexistence of species, representing the free will of civilizations and promoting spiritual evolution. The bloodline of Lucifer, originating from Alpha Draconis and Laura Ryan. This bloodline, represented by the serpent, although the lizard has a different vision for the galaxy, they believe in dominion and control, often at the expense of other species, the Galactic Wars, which Spanians are the result of conflicting ideologies of these two bloodlines, where the House of Arvune stands for unity and spiritual ascension. The bloodline of Lucifer seeks dominion, control, and expansion. To address the relentless rivalry between the bloodline of Michael and Lucifer, the star system of Sirius established the Lyrian Anunnaki. These original Anunnaki, also referred to as Nibirians, represented the lineage of Michael through a Lyrian-Sirian alliance. However, with the Draco's clever infiltration, which involved combining vegan royalty and draconian genes, a new hybrid Draco-humanoid lineage was born. Nibiru then became the epicenter of a genetic battle, as its inhabitants were either dominant Lyrian genetics or dominant reptilian genetics, resulting in internal strife. Anu, king of the Nibirians, predominantly carried the Michael bloodline, standing as a beacon of hope in the galactic wars against the Draconian Empire. Nibiru under Anu was envisioned as a battlister planet, a powerful force meant to bring an end to the galactic wars, and thus they were known as the Defenders of the Galaxy. Post the cataclysmic event of Tiamat, only a mere 2% of the reptilians survived on the surface. Among the survivors was Dramian, the Draconian Queen. She approached Anu with the proposition to switch her allegiance to the side of light, offering valuable intel against the Draco Empire. In a twist of fate, one evening, under the influence of intoxicants, Anu fought himself in Trace by Dramian's dance. Despite her draconian lineage, Dramian was humanoid and by accounts very attractive. However, Anu was represented the pure Lyrian Michael lineage, which was initially destined to unite with his cousin Anto, the Pleiadian Queen, and a descendant of the original House of Arvune. Their union gave birth to Enlil, making Enlil and Enki half-brothers with different ancestral lineages. So as Dramian, the reptilian queen sided with humans during the Tiamat Earth conflict. To ensure peace on the newly formed Earth, Commander Anu of Nibiru decided to forge an alliance between the Syrian Pleiadian celestial beings from Nibiru and the repentant reptilians. This alliance was significant as it united the royal houses of Arvune and Oilen. To further solidify this alliance, Anu married Dramian. Around the same time on Earth, some Pleiadian beings started a new colonization effort. This happened roughly 1 million years ago. Multiple colonies sprang up globally, like Lemuria. Other knowledgeable colonies included the U in Asia Rama in India, the Mayan religion in Yucatan, seeded by the Pleiadians' Maya system, and Atlantis, led by Atlas Eono's Pleiadian grandson. The rise of advanced prehistoric cultures brought Earth back to its intergalactic prominence. It became a central member of the Confederation of Free Worlds and sustained a peaceful stellar civilization for about 500,000 years. Much like in the days of Mu and Lemuria, Earth saw regular interstellar visits serving as a galactic trading hub, aligning with the vision of the galaxy's original founders. The two brothers' rivalry for control led to Earth being divided. Anu taking charge, assigned Enlil the Mesopotamian region, which includes Europe, aligning with the ancient god Yel of early Israel. In contrast, Enki received Africa and the regions of Atlantis, resonating with the Greek mythologist Poseidon. As time went on, Earth was further subdivided among the Nibirians. Zachariah Sitchin's translation of Sumerian clay tablets highlighted that Enlil wasn't in favor of advancing the Homo erectus spiritually, but Enki was their ally, desiring their progression. However, The restored Nibirian Council suggests that Sumerian records might have been altered. They argue that Enlil supported Enki's endeavor to upgrade Homo erectus by blending celestial and terrestrial DNAs. According to Ishmael Perez, Enlil and Enki, two influential beings, had distinct beliefs about evolution. Enlil advocated for a slow, natural progression, while Enki supported a swift advancement. Enlil compared giving advanced knowledge to underdeveloped beings with giving explosives to a child. He believed that humans needed spiritual maturity before gaining access to advanced technologies, predicting that they might self-destruct without this maturity. This foresight was confirmed by later events in Atlantis. Disturbingly, some records indicate that a substance of the Anunnaki Nibirians not only adjusted the DNA of Earth humans, but also created hybrid creatures combining human and beast. Such tampering wasn't part of the original divine plan. These genetic manipulations were performed by other extraterrestrial factions, often referred to as fallen angels. Their activity significantly contributed to the deorientation of Atlantis' golden age. In the twilight of Atlantis, hybrids known as demigods, half-god, half-human like Hercules, for example, became renowned for their confrontations against the monstrous creations resulting from unchecked genetic experiments. Atlantis, originally envisioned as a harmonious blend of spirit and matter, headed dangerously towards technology, neglecting its spiritual foundation. Initially, Atlantis stood as a beacon of progress and spirituality. As a civilization, it had achieved unparalleled heights, mastering not just technology, but also the enigmatic realms of interdimensional travel. Parallel to the Grandyard of Atlantis was Lemuria, the mother continent. With its origins rooted in the Lyra and Sirius star systems, Lemuria was the embodiment of community, freedom, and spirituality. Both these civilizations upheld the celestial order of Melchizedek, where balance between the divine masculine and feminine was revered. But as more beings from various star systems arrived on Atlantis, the balance started to shift. What was once a spiritually driven society began tilting towards technological supremacy, much like the Martian colonists' tragic evolution. Simultaneously, lurking in the shadows were the Draconians with ambitions to infiltrate and subdue Earth's colonies. Their dark intentions manifested in their renegade ETs, or fallen angels who worked tirelessly to execute the Draconian agenda. The turning point arrived with Marduk, Enki's son with a reptilian princess. With loyalties divided between Enki's lineage and the Draconian Orion Empire, Marduk envisioned a world ruled by the House of Oedlen. Leveraging his position, he charmed members of the Federation, including certain Pleiadian entities, pulling them into his web of deceit. Under Marduk's influence, the Draconian forces adopted a tried and tested strategy, one that had previously led to the fall of the Lyran system. They infiltrated the ruling echelons of Atlantis, gradually seeding chaos and dissent. Thus began the Dark Brotherhood's reign over Atlantis and, by extension, of our ancient world. It marked the birth of dark sorcery. Most Atlanteans found themselves in a grim reality: either submit to the new order and embrace a dystopian communal existence, or face persecution, enslavement, or worse. But Marduk's ambitions weren't confined to Atlantis. He envisioned global dominion. To this end, under his directive, a deadly weapon was conceived using crystal technology. Only civilizations that had reached a certain stature in technological advancement could conjure such a weapon, and the blueprints for this were whispered into the ears of Marduk's sorcerers by his Draconian allies. But what began as a display of might quickly turned disastrous. The Atlanteans, in their hubris, triggered a cataclysm by imploding the moon directly above Lemuria. The resulting devastation obliterated the Lemurian lands, taking countless lives. Many, sensing the imminent catastrophe, fled to sanctuary, whether it be underground or distant star systems. Others who possessed light bodies managed to transcend the disaster. Around 25,000 years ago, based on interpretations of the Akashic records, the world had become a chessboard of power and ambition. The destruction of Lemuria stood as a proof to Atlantis' intent and its capabilities. No longer a beacon of enlightenment, Atlantis had become a force of intimidation and control. After the annihilation of Lemuria, the other colonies took note. The intoxication of power had already consumed Atlantis, and their thirst for dominion overpowered any appeals to reason or morality. With their egos heightened by their earlier success, the Atlanteans turned their eyes to the new colony. Once more, they put to use their devastating Draconian technology. This time, instead of manipulating a moon, they targeted a massive asteroid, harnessing it as their weapon of choice. They planned to guide it towards you, aiming to obliterate another colony that refused to submit. However, as the fates would have it, at this crucial juncture, Nibiru, Earth's cosmic sentinel, often referenced in ancient Mesopotamian texts, made its timely entrance. As per its long orbital cycle of 3,600 years, Nibiru was back in Earth's proximity. The presence of this massive celestial body disrupted the Atlantean strategy. Instead of crashing into you, the colossal asteroid was drawn towards Atlantis. The very weapon the Atlanteans had prepared to dominate another found its mark on its creators. Atlantis, once the jewel of the ancient world, met its cataclysmic end at the hands of its own ambition and arrogance. In this turn of events, the universe seemed to deliver a strong lesson that power without wisdom is self-destructive. What happened after the fall of Atlantis? Well, most probably you know parts of the following story. The most advanced beings from Atlantis, the Osirian group as described by the book. The Osirian group as described by the book fly to Egypt and establish a new civilization there. This time is known as Zeptep. If you're interested, we can explain more about the events following the fall of Atlantis in future episodes. But for now, we bow before you and thank you for watching another episode of Hidden Origins. Keep your minds open, and until we meet again,